Let's face it, video games do sometimes bring out the worst in people. I mean, you're in a virtual world with no real life consequences. The people you're hurting don't really exist. It's a perfect place to let your dark side run free. Every now and then, though, you walk away from a game with the feeling that you may have went a little... Look, in my defense, I needed the money, and I thought I had a sure thing going. I mean, the cock that Joven and I bet on had a good record. It should have won. I mean, those cocks were gonna fight anyway. All I did was bet on them. It's not like I set up the cockfighting ring. Yeah, that was definitely my darkest moment in Sleeping Dogs, and that's saying a lot. I mean, it's a game where you can literally drown a guy in his own pee.
4.
Many of you know that over on my personal channel, I do some custom skins in GTA 4, occasionally also with some mods, and one day I decided to take SpongeBob SquarePants out on a killing spree. This isn't so bad. I mean, people do this kind of thing all the time. Killing cops and civilians in GTA is just normal. It's part of the game. But then I took SpongeBob to the strip club, and that felt kind of wrong, and then I got a lap dance. And then I used the mod that lets me have sex with people. Then I dubbed SpongeBob audio over the video.
First go like this, spin around, stop, then pelvic thrust.
And then I felt like I needed a shower.
3.
Force Unleashed 2 is not a good game. I think we can all agree on that.
Yep.
Yeah, Joven agrees. However, it does have some interesting alternate Star Wars storylines, including one where you get to kill Chewbacca by using him as a human shield against his partner Han Solo. Then you get to murder Han Solo and Princess Leia. It's all pretty dark. However, the darkest moment in the game is probably when the player goes on an Ewok killing spree, in which you can literally punt the little buggers to death, slash them with your lightsaber, electrify them with Force Lightning, where Ewoks take down one of the stormtroopers, rip off his armor, and eat him. So you know, try not to feel bad when you're killing them.
2.
One of my favorite games of all time has to be Dishonored. It's a fantastic game. The powers are unique, it gives the player freedom to play the way they want, and the story is great. However, it also does allow players to do horrible things if they so choose. For example, it is possible to go to a whorehouse and kill the cowering hookers by stabbing them in the throat, or by having rats devour them. There's something kind of wrong about watching scantily clad women try to fend off a bunch of rats as they're being eaten alive. I mean, these women have it bad enough already. They're whores in a rat-infested city full of rich, evil mofos. And then you end their miserable lives by having a bunch of vermin bite them to death. Kind of a dark moment.
1.
And number 1 on my list, the darkest moment I can remember was during a game of Skyrim where Joven and I pay a visit to an orphanage. Now, keep in mind that the game does not allow you to kill children by default. If players could do that, it would just mean the game developers were horrible monsters. However, there are modders out there who are in fact horrible monsters, and they found a way to make children killable. And I, of course, had to download this mod for science. And after I downloaded it, Joven, so many children with lightsabers. It was great.
Why are we so horrible?
I don't know. Eventually the guards showed up and they put a stop to all the child murder, but not before we piled up a bunch of dead kids. There were just piles of bodies. Looking back though, that was pretty dark. Don't get me wrong, I'd do it again if given the chance, but I don't know, maybe I should get some therapy or something. Nah, I'll just play more video games.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Murder all of the orphans. I mean, young Jet. It doesn't matter. Murder them. Well, that's it. That's my top 5 darkest moments in gaming. If you've got some experiences that you feel could have been on this list, go ahead and tweet me at Lasercorn. We'll see you next time.
We're so horrible.
I need a shower now.
Why did you do this?
I don't know. Wow, yeah, I guess I do some pretty disturbing things in video games. Hey, if you want to see some awkward, disturbing love scenes, go ahead and check out that top 5. Or check out our honest game trailers for Mass Effect.